What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I hope you like this video. This is going to be your Real Housewives of Beverly Hills review, season 10, episode 5. Episode 11. Excuse me. So we ain't trying to go backwards. So we're still at the party. We pick up where we left off with Denise, Teddy, and Camille having the whole awkward conversation. Teddy is just not here for it. And you know what? Y'all know I don't be giving Teddy, a lot. But in this one, I'm with you, Teddy. Like, if you ain't feeling somebody, you're not feeling somebody. You don't have to pretend to apologize. You don't have to pretend to be cool. If you're not cool with them and you ain't cool with what they said, guess what you can do? Do what you did and was like, girl, look, when we see each other, we can just wave from across the room. We don't have to pretend. We don't have to hug. We don't have to do it. Like, it's cool. Like, you don't like me, and it's cool. And then she turned to Denise, and Denise was like, well, what was your problem with me? And she said, well, I really felt like you were gaslighting me. Because remember, Denise was like, is she on something? Is she drunk? Is she high? Is she both? But honestly, even Denise wasn't wrong, because you was acting crazy as hell at that reunion, Camille. You were acting like you was on something. So I don't think Denise's question was out of line. Camille be on that bullshit. And the only reason why I think Camille is even on let's make up campaign is because she want to get back on the show and she want that shit. That's it. Other than that, I don't see no purpose in this because Camille is like that bad penny that just keep coming back. Why do we have to keep dealing with her? Why do we have to keep subjecting ourselves to Camille? Like, don't nobody. Why you, girl? Then we have Brandi. Now look, I watched the first season of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I think I watched the second season and then I sort of got away with it and then I came back a few years ago. But let me tell you who I ain't never been here for is Brandi Glanville. I ain't never been here for Brandi. Brandi is a hot mess. Brandi is a train wreck. Brandi is a shit starter. And so Brandi was here with Kim and it seemed like everybody that Brandi used to have beef with, she done made up with. So, they keep flashing back to all the things Brandi has done to all these other people. But it seemed like her and Brandi, that Brandi has made up with, even with Adrian. Now, let me say this, and this is why this is important. Y'all remember at the beginning, I guess I don't need my earpiece down. Remember at the beginning when she was apologizing to Adrian Maloff for making up the story about the surrogacy, right? She apologized, right? So forgive me if I don't put all my eggs in the Brandi Glanville basket at the end of this episode. We're going to get there. But she is still apologizing for shit she lied about 10 years ago. Y'all understand what I'm saying here? So don't sit here and act like everything that Brandi said is made a go. And just because she said it, it must be true. Because I'm not on that train. I'm not on that train with Brandi. I'm sorry. But we'll get there. So then we have surprise concert by Wilson Phillips. And listen, let me tell y'all something. When I tell y'all I love me some Wilson Phillips, I even love the mamas and the papas. Okay? And if y'all don't know the relevance, then y'all need to go Google, and y'all probably too young to understand what I'm talking about. And why does Dorit have to bring everything back around to her? Girl, you ain't the only person. You ain't the first person. You damn sure ain't gonna be the last person to have a surprise concert at one of these high-end events. Hell, I've been in events that had surprise concerts, and I damn sure don't run in the circles that y'all run in. Because if you don't go sit down somewhere and stop acting like you're the only person that has done that before. Stop acting like you're the only person that got friends that's a celebrity. The mama and the papa's girl is friends with Kyle, and we knew they were friends before you were even on the show, Dorit. So yes, we know that Boy George is your friend. We got that, but you're not the first person to do this. Stop playing. I feel like if we go back throughout Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, you ain't the first person to do it on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I mean, I don't know if that to be a fact, but I'd be willing to go on a limb to say it. Anyway. But Dorit just cracks me up. Dorit is that friend that can never let you have your own shine. Like, I just feel like she's that friend that she can never just, like with the whole thing with with Kyle and helping her get the items for the auction. Why did you have to let it be known that you did that? Because you didn't do it from a genuine place. When I do something for my friends, they ain't never got to mention my name. Like, I don't need recognition. I don't need to know if I do it from a good place and I do it from the bottom of my heart. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, child, moving on. So Brandi turned into a hot ass mess. Like, she drank so much that she was what we call white girl trashed, like white girl wasted, and she was all over the place. Like, she was literally falling down drunk. That is not cute. That ain't cute when you 20. It damn sure ain't cute when you 40. Brandi, I'm gonna need you to do better. Like, anyway. So the night ends. We have this whole moment with Denise while the Wilson Phillips thing is going on. Adrian, Brandi, Denise, and her husband are inside having a little moment or whatever. And Brandi brings up this thing about how she wants to be a throuple with Denise and with her husband. Again, that is something that does not match when we get to the end of this episode. To me, it doesn't, because you seem real comfortable telling this man that you want to be in a throuple with his wife, yet at the end of this episode, you act like his wife did such horrible things to you that you shaking and you can't even barely get the story out, and you are so traumatized. Like, it don't match to me. And I know that y'all gonna have a whole lot to say in them comments. I know y'all gonna say what y'all... I don't care. Say it. And we can agree to disagree on this one, but I'm just not... listen, do I think some of Brandi's story is true? Sure. But do I think we'll get there, child. I keep getting ahead of myself. My girl, y'all know Erika I've been giving it to Erika a little bit these last couple of episodes, but y'all know I love me some Erika Jane down. Why y'all ain't tell me Erika Jane had the shoe line with the shoe dazzle? Now I gotta go online and go find me a pair of Erika Jane shoes. I probably can't even fit them, but I don't care because I got fat feet to match my body. But I'm gonna give me a pair of Erika Jane shoe dazzle shoes. So she had a shoe dazzle party and it was cute. It was beautiful. She had the shoes hanging. Everybody was coming through. It was great. It was a wonderful time had by all. Lisa Rinna showed up with a new wig, and you know what? And I don't want y'all to take what I'm getting ready to say the wrong way. I don't want y'all to be mad with what I'm getting ready to say. I think that longer hair takes away from those lips. Y'all understand what I'm saying? That longer hair works for me. It works better with Lisa Rinna and the lips. And we know that that's not, she owns it. She owns the lip thing, but it just makes them softer. And maybe it was the makeup in conjunction with it. But anyway, not to dwell on that. Then and she had this huge cake. Oh, that cake was gorgeous. It was like a big shoe. Okay. Even Erika was like, what? Is that a cake? What the hell? Now, Erika and Denise tried to have a moment of reconciliation. Erika tried, and Denise was like, well, I just want us to get past this. We're great. Oh, because they're going to Rome, child. They're going to Rome. You know how they have to do the big trip. And, the Real House of Beverly Hills, they leave the country, honey. They don't go to, like, Wyoming for a week, okay? They leave the country. Okay. So they're going to Rome. And, so Denise was like, well, I just want to clear the air. I just want everything to be cool before we get to Rome. And so Erika, y'all know Erika. Erika was like, okay, that's all well and good. So if we're going to talk, let's talk. Here's my issue. My issue with you is cool. It just seemed like it's a different thing when your husband is around. Denise don't want to have that conversation. Denise was like, well, okay, we can talk about that later. Erika was like, okay, well, I thought we was going to talk. If we was going to talk, let's talk. What we talking about later? Why we talking about it later? Let's talk about it now. We here. I do, and I don't know if it was the way it was edited or if that's how the conversation really went, but I do feel like Erika was not allowing Denise to really say what she wanted to say. She just kept cutting her off. But that may have been the way it seemed. But yeah, they didn't get a chance to really resolve the husband issue. And Erika was like, why are we talking about it now? Like, if you don't want to talk about it anymore and there's nothing left to say, why are we talking about it again? And again, because Denise said it so... This is the first time, in my opinion, I heard Denise say so succinctly, I don't have a problem being an open person, but I just have boundaries when it comes to my daughters. And I think that was the most succinct she's ever said it. And even then, Erika was like, okay, that's fine, but what about your husband? So, whatever. Listen, y'all know I'm done with this conversation. Like, I'm done with the whole thing. I'm done with it. I'm tired of it. Whatever. So, of course, we know Dorit speaks fluent Italian, so y'all know we're going to have to hear about that shit for the next 3 episodes, however long they're going to be in damn Rome, child. They're reading her Italian, child. I went to Rome. I went to Italy. I went to a couple of countries in Italy. And I don't speak Italian, and I got along fine. I got everything I wanted. I shopped wherever I wanted. I was fine. Okay? Just for the record. I was fine. Anyway, child. So then we have Sutton and Garcelle meeting up for dinner, and I'm sure this was an opportunity for them to get to know each other better. Garcelle's been doing a lot of traveling and hasn't really spent a lot of time with the group, but she is going to Rome, and they had a good moment. Now, y'all know me and Sutton kind of got off to a wrong foot, but I'm warming up to Sutton a little bit. She is a Southern belle, you know. I'm warming up to her a little bit, but now Garcelle will say, I was always raised to talk about money is crass, but girl, where you get your money? And she was like, well, you know, I can be a little off-putting. You know, sometimes people, you know, I'm just straightforward, and that throws people off sometimes. And, you know, and Sutton was very uncomfortable. And Sutton was like, I really don't like talking about money. She was like, well, I mean, how did you get your money? Did you inherit it? Did you? And what bothered me about what Garcelle said was, she never said, did you earn it? She said, did you inherit it? Did you marry into it? Did you inherit it, marry it? Or something else she said. She never said, did you earn it? Now, I'm sure she already knew that Sutton got her money through a divorce, but I just felt like, wow, Garcelle, like, why would you automatically go there? Anyway, child. But Sutton said that, you know, her husband, she said, we've known each other since we were 13 years old, we're childhood sweethearts. Then Garcelle gonna say, oh, did he take your virginity? Girl. And she gonna say, well, I mean, this is how you get to know people. Let me be clear. I have friends that I have probably known 20, 30 years, and they don't know how I lost my virginity. That just ain't something we talked about. And I don't think if our first conversation one-on-one, if they asked me, they would have got an answer. I don't know. Garcelle, I think you was doing a little too much, girl. You was doing a little too much. But anyway. But it wasn't that serious. In the grand scheme of things, it wasn't that serious. But I don't know. I was just like, what you doing, girl? So then we had this whole thing with Lisa Rinna and her daughter looking for an apartment. Listen, far being, I don't know anxiety. I know what the word means, obviously. But I don't know people who suffer from anxiety like that. So I don't want to lessen what anxiety is and what anxiety looks like. I certainly do not want to do that. However, this whole situation with her daughter and this anxiety and her daughter looking for an apartment and everything making her anxious if it ain't like top tier, first class, but girl. So my question is, if you weren't born into the family you were born into, like what would... I understand. Let me just be quiet because I don't understand. So let me stop saying I understand because I don't. I don't understand it. She sat there and talked about how everything gave her anxiety. She had to live in an apartment with a doorman because of security. Now I understand the security piece of it. She can't live on the first floor. She can do a key fob only if the door goes from ceiling to floor and people can't climb over and get into it. She has to have marble countertops. She likes big kitchens. She has to, it was just, I was like, now the flip side, Lisa Rinna was like, she paying for it. So she was like, I am going to give, so basically Lisa Rinna's giving her $1,000 a month of living allowance, and the rest of it she's going to pay for herself because, you know, she's a model and all that other stuff. So I'm like, okay, if she paying for all of this, then, you know, far be it for me to tell her what she can and can't have. But I just feel like it was a lot. So I'm going to leave it at that, child. Then we have the moment we've all been waiting for, I think. Are we there yet, child? I think we're there. So they all getting ready for their trip. Everybody's packing, okay? Everybody's getting ready for the trip to Rome. And she's packing, and Teddy comes over because they're getting ready. She's going to throw her baby shower. So they're actually getting plans together for the baby shower before they go to Rome. Because I guess when they go to Rome, when they get back, it's going to be the baby shower, whatever. Child. let me tell you something about me and baby showers. If I don't never go to another baby shower a day in my life, I am fine. I am okay. I don't need to plan another baby shower. I don't want to play no more baby shower games. I don't want to taste no daggone baby food and tell you what it is. I don't want to drink out of a baby bottle. I don't want to measure the mother's belly and see if I get it right. I don't want to wear no safety pins, blue and pink safety pants, and can't say the word baby. I don't want to do no more word scrambles. I don't want to do nothing else connected to a baby shower. I think the average woman, because they just started doing this co-ed shit recently, but I think the average woman, by the time she gets to the age that I am, have been to more than enough baby showers. We have done our penance. At this point, I will be, what is your Amazon gift wish list? And I will be sending you a gift. I'm done and I'm over it. I'm about over bridal showers. But at this point, if I have any friends that are having a bridal shower, it is probably their second one. And so we can and we all grown, so we could probably do a girls trip and go to Vegas or something and just have a whole moment. But I'm just over it. I'm sorry, I went on a whole rant about a baby shower that I ain't invited to. My bad. Let's come back. Censor. So Kim comes over because her and Brandi are getting ready to go to dinner. She's bringing some clothes to Kyle that she had borrowed, that Kyle ain't even gonna take to the damn Italy, whatever, to Rome. And Brandi was in the car, and they were like, girl, why Brandi in the car? Tell her she can come in. Y'all on y'all way to dinner? Come on in and have a drink with us, girl. It was so set up. But all right, y'all, bravo. Kyle, I'm gonna let you have this. But that whole scene was so set up. So anyway, they come in there, and Kim was like, she was trying to, because Brandi was trying to give them a warning and tell them, you know, Denise isn't the person you think she is. And Kim talking about something, what she did to you was so wrong. And Brandi gives Kim the stare of death, like, girl, don't you tell my business. But then she was like, I need a glass of wine and some water. And then she proceeds to tell them all of her business. So let me just give y'all the short version of this story, because I'm not dragging this shit out. Brandi, Denise met up, hooked up the first night they met. Then Brandi and Denise, I guess, went somewhere to do her podcast, but they were at a hotel room or something, and her kids were there the first night. But then on the second night, she put the kids somewhere else, and her and Denise slept in the same bed, and they got totally trashed. They got drunk, and they basically had sex. They got it in. They did what they did. And the next morning, Denise says to Brandi, don't tell Aaron, he will be really pissed off at me. He'll kill me if he finds out. And of course, now Brandi is traumatized because Brandi's whole thing is about cheating, because we know the whole story of what happened with her and Leanne Rhymes and her ex-husband. And her thing is, I've never been one to be the cheater, and you basically put me in a situation. I thought that, you know, you and Aaron had an understanding that it was cool if you hooked up with women. He knew that me and you had hooked up in the past. He knew we were going away on this little thing, this little trip together. So I think he's telling me that he gonna be pissed off if he find out that me and you slept together and I feel some kind of way. And then you threaten me talking about some, well, if you tell my secrets, I can tell your secrets. Now, I don't know what secrets Denise know about Brandi. Then she said she hadn't talked to Denise until the night before the party at Kyle's house because she knew that they was all gonna be there together. Then she worried about whether Brandi been telling her business, and it was a whole mess, and that's why she was so nervous the night of the party. That's why she got so damn drunk. Listen, let me say this. I think about 70% of the story is true. I believe they hooked up. I do. I believe that Denise doesn't want Aaron to know. I believe that too. But this whole threatening me, and I feel so threatened by her, and I feel so, I can't believe she did this to me, that. I don't know. I think a lot of it is put on for the show. I think that she's creating a moment for the show. She getting a check. Kyle might have made her some promises on the back end, like, girl, we're going to see about getting you put back on the show. Like, I don't know. I just feel like there's something else to it. I'm not as all in as everybody else might be on this one. Is it salacious? Sure. Is it about to consume the whole Rome trip? Absolutely. Because, of course, they left 18 hours later. They got on that plane to Rome. So, you know, that's going to be, I'm going to say 80% of what they talk about in Rome is going to be confronting Denise about this whole situation with, because, that's the other thing. Brandi told them that Denise talks about all of them. Denise don't like none of them. She said Erika was a cold bitch. Erika, listen, I love you, girl. I do. We here. But please don't sit here and act like you about to be mad and be in your feelings about that woman saying that you a cold bitch. Because everybody has said that about you. And you know how you can be. And you know that you can come off that way. So let's not make an issue out of that. But they going to. Then Teddy. She said Teddy is uptight. And Teddy's an uptight bitch. Teddy, you are. You know you are. You've been called that before. Let's just let it go. Let it go. And she don't like Kyle. I don't remember why she don't like Kyle, but child, she don't like Kyle either. Anyway, so yeah, child, that's what it is. Y'all let me know what y'all think, child. Hit me back. Peace.